All right, you sick, twisted freaks. Welcome back to TAC Hyve. Dutch with you, Dorr's with you. We got friends too. We got Forrest and John, and we're gonna be doing a little bit of CQB. Today we're gonna focus on a corner-fed room. Very simple, very easy, and I hope you enjoy what you're gonna be looking at here in a minute.
Today's video is brought to us by Vetter Holsters. Vetter Holsters are American made, and they've got an awesome selection that can pretty much for any type of pistol you can think of. Go ahead and check them out in the link below. Let's get to the video.
All right. What's next? I'll tell you what next is. 4-man, corner-fed room, close quarter battle. We're gonna try to explain to you what happens outside of the room, what happens inside the room. Responsibilities outside, responsibilities inside. And it'll be fun, so you should join us. All right, so what we have today is CQB, corner-fed room. Our task is to show you what the responsibilities are on the outside and what the responsibilities are on the inside. The task, already been told. The conditions, we're given a small CQB shoot house here, we have a corner-fed room, and we have 4 studs ready to go, right? The standards are to complete this in a way that you understand it. So outside of the door, we have our number 1 man, right? He doesn't want to come too close. He doesn't want to come on in here. Put your rifle in front of there. He doesn't want to do that, what the Navy might call periscoping. I'm not sure what else you'd call it other than it's just dangerous. We don't want anybody on the inside to know we are on the outside. Everything being equal here, this is a corner-fed room and it is wide open. The number 1 man can see that it's wide open. He pauses here and waits for the rest of his team. The number 2 man is going to run the stack. He grabs a hold of the number 1 man just like this because he doesn't want the number 1 man to go in by himself. Because everyone knows Singleton CQB sucks. The number 2 man also is going to turn around behind him and make sure he has enough combat power or acceptable combat power to enter and clear this room. He looks back and sees that he does have that. There's 4 men in this stack. The number 3 guy is going to get as close as he can to the number 2 guy, and he's going to get his rifle ready to go. Same with the number 4 guy, same thing. He's going to get close to the number 3 guy and get ready to go. We're going to watch them conduct this from the outside, and then we're going to go to the inside and talk about the responsibilities therein. As you can see, my number 2 man has my number 1 man by his kit. He wants to make sure that number 1 guy is not too overexuberant and go in by himself. When he's ready and has enough combat power to take this room, and he does, he's going to change this grip to a squeeze. He's going to give the number 1 man a squeeze. The number 1 man will pause slightly, so this enables the number 2 man and the rest of his mates to get their hands on the rifle and get ready to make entry. Squeeze, on you, go ahead. Let's go inside and check it out. All right, so when the number 1 man comes in, that's your cue. So number 1 man comes in, he takes a snapshot, clears immediate threat, clears his corner, and while he's moving towards the point of domination, he collapses the sector of fire to his primary sector and back over to his secondary sector. And now he's also holding his rifle on something that might be unknown, whether it's a door, whether it's a window, whether it's a non-combatant or a combatant, and he's ready to find work. The number 2 man, as he makes entry, he takes a snapshot, he clears immediate threat, he comes in and clears his corner, immediately collapses his primary sector of fire to the number 1 man, back over to the unknown or known that he might have to hold on to, and then again, he's going to find work. The number 3 man, opposite the man in front of him, takes a snapshot, clears the immediate threat. He splits the room at the corner and collapses in his direction of travel all the way to the number 1 man for his primary, all the way to the number 2 man for his secondary, and now he's finding work. Number 4 man enters, opposite the man in front of him, clears the immediate threat, and he also splits the room. This time he splits it close to the right-hand side of the room. He also collapses his rifle in the direction of travel to the number 2 man and then all the way back to the number 1 man. When everybody's finished, it's time to find work. Once they find work, the most likely path they will do is orient themselves towards the place where they came in and start resuming clearance of the structure. And that is how you clear corner-fed room. We covered responsibilities on the outside. We covered what a number 2 guy does. to controlling the stack. We covered what the number 1 guy does. And on the inside, of course, you got to see exactly where those primary and secondary sectors of fire are. Keeping in mind, you want to stay off the walls. You don't want to go into the middle of the room, right? And you don't want to shoot your buddy. Always remember, my sword is your shield. Stick close to TAC Hyve on the YouTube right here. So you like it, you subscribe it. I want you to share it with all your mates, right? Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to share it with all our friends. And I want you to hit that bell when you want to get fed by Tactical Hyve. All right, until the next time, Dutch & Company, out.